Is this thing on? I think it's on. Come on. Hey everybody, I'm Kate Bradley here at MrMaple, and this is Cate. Also, we're here to bring you Cate's top 5. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, share, all that jazz with your family and friends. And without further ado, Cate's gonna take it over for her top 5.
Hey MrMaple family, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with Seho for my number 5. I really like it because it has very petite leaves. Maples are very ornate just because of their already palmatum shape. And I really like that Seho has a delicate but still very elegant quality to it. And as it grows as a larger tree, it just really has a beautiful and ornate canopy. So that's my top 5.
I like that she said that. It is a very delicate kind of a tree, and you're right. When it grows big and beautiful, it still keeps that delicacy to it. Delicacy? We're gonna go with it. Awesome.
It works, Cate, because you're a delicacy.
Ah, this girl. You know, what's the best thing about a lot of the trees that you get here is that every single tree is different and it has its own unique qualities. I don't pretend to know everything about these trees. I am not a Nichols, but I definitely appreciate all of their knowledge that they bestow upon us here at MrMaple.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. What's number 4?
Yeah, so for next, my number 4 is Hagaromo. It's a conifer that I think really just has a lot of beautiful quality to it. It has a bluey green color, and what's really nice about it is that its needles grow in a whorled pattern. And so it has a lot of texture to it. It has just a really fun and whimsical quality that I think would look really nice in a yard that is a little bit more curated. It has a very elegant quality to it again. So I just think it's a really pretty conifer.
Yeah, I like a lot of the conifers, especially the ones that don't have so much of the sharp needles but are softer, and that's one of the things about the Hagaromo that's really cool. It really does have that soft, delicate kind of, that whirling pattern that you mentioned. That's a really good one. I'm glad that's in your top 5.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. What's number 4? I mean 3, excuse me, because I don't know how to count.
Me neither. So, my number 3 is Osmanthus fragrans. What I really like about it is that it's a really pretty kind of bush, and what's nice is that it has glossy leaves. The leaves have a nice serration on the margins that still give it some interesting quality to look at, but in the spring it gives really beautiful little white flowers that have an amazing smell to them. I went to school for a little bit for horticulture, and in one of my design classes, one element of landscape design that's cool that kind of brings some mystery to your garden is having really beautiful floral smelling plants. And I think it's just a really nice element to add to a landscape, is to have a really beautiful floral smell, have people kind of have a full-on experience with their senses when they enter your landscape. So I think it's a really great plant for that.
I love that plant so much, and you're right. In the greenhouses here in the springtime when they're in bloom, it is breathtaking at how wonderful they smell. And I would imagine that they probably attract some really cool pollinators too.
Yeah. That'd be great for pollination and encouraging that in your garden.
Add some interest in your landscape with an Osmanthus fragrans. Awesome. What's number 2?
So number 2 is a Shirazz no Mai. And so what's really great about it is that it's variegated. It has it has a lot of serration on the margins of the leaves, but it's still not a lace leaf. So the leaf still, it has a lot of texture, but a lot of presence, since it's still, a nicely sized leaf. And then while it's variegated with a little bit of pink, a little bit of white, it's still not so variegated that it draws too much attention to itself. So it's a nice pop of color without being overwhelming in your garden.
I agree with that. That's one of the prettier variegations that we have, and I love anything that pops out with the light soft pinks or even the coral colors. I think they're just so stunning and such a contrast from the greens that you get in a lot of those types of trees. They're really cool. All right, we're getting there, y'all. Number 1. What's your number 1 plant?
So my number 1 plant here is a black lace. It's a really beautiful maple. It has just a lot of nice texture to it because of the serration on the margins again. And that has a really beautiful saturated deep black purple color.
Yeah.
And it's really nice just because in your garden you kind of want a lot of different color variation. It's nice to be able to pair contrast in your garden. And it's difficult to find that sort of color in nature. So it's just a really beautiful, rare color and hue to be able to introduce into your garden. So for that, it's my number one.
I love that. Yeah, it really is a stunning, shockingly beautiful plant. And, you know, I agree with you. Having a lot of different color variations in your landscape, your garden, gosh, even if you're keeping them in containers, you know, it's cool to have that different contrast. It's visually appealing. That tree is one of the most gorgeous trees I think that we carry here at Mr. Maple.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, you've done well with your top 5. I like it.
Well, I learned from the best.
Stop. Well, you know what? We really appreciate everybody coming to the channel. As always, hit that like and subscribe and share. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us. Hit it up in the comments section, and you know one of the experts will be able to answer your questions. So thanks so much.
Take care.
God bless.
Have a great day.
Bye.